I was watching my video I just made, and I really want to talk about singleness. I understand that, it's like I don't remember that Bible verse, but it's better for man not to be alone. Like it's like God made man to have a woman, family, not being alone. Like I get that for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. I get that for sure. And I definitely have always wanted that to this day, man. And I like that feeling of wanting a wife and wanting kids and wanting a family. I love that feeling, and I don't really want that feeling to go away, even if I'm single my whole life, because it's a good feeling. Like something about it just is like nice. But I do want to say this though, that I was so afraid of being single in college. I'm still afraid of being single now. I looked at my last video, and I want to say I can tell I'm still afraid, and that's not true. It's not that I can tell I'm still afraid, but I know that there's this fear about being single, and it's probably well warranted. So I don't want to say it's not, but and this has been a thought I've had in the past too, especially in college. I remember reading like Paul's little ditty on if you can be like me and be single, like good, and if like you it's burning lustful desires, like just get married then. Or there was other like verses around that in Corinthians, First Corinthians, that made me feel like, man, God's gonna make me single my whole life. I just remember thinking that when I was at college in the library, and I was like, that kind of like that scared me. Or I don't want to say it like it scared me, but it's like it. I was afraid. Like I was terrified at the thought of being single my whole life, and it's like it's still there. Like I'm still terrified at the thought, and it's like today, like I'm good for today to be single. I've enjoyed being single. If I'm being honest, there's a lot of enjoying being single for sure, but at the same time, there's a lot of wishing you wasn't, wishing I wasn't single. And I don't know how much people like they get married and then they're like wishing they was single. I bet you it definitely happens, and it's like, man, I wish I didn't have to be married right now. Like, and for me, I think being in my whole all my 20s not being married has been great for me. I would say, well, great for my life. Not maybe great for my sanity, but great for my life. I'm gonna kick off my shoes. Kick, kick. But I do feel like it's not. This is gonna sound messed up. I don't think it's my fault that I'm single. Like, besides maybe a bit of it struggling with sexual sin, I feel like is one reason maybe God has kept being married from me to this point. Maybe. I don't know. But I think it's only a portion too. I think another portion, like an equal other side, is I feel like God wanted me to be single for a long time. Well, I don't even want to say that. For my 20s. Like, I feel like God's wanted me to be single. But also, I don't even know any different. I've never had a successful relationship too. I've dated girls. I've dated one girl for a little while, which was not any time at all. It was a month. Um, but and I'm glad I did. That was such a weird experience too, because that was the day after Derek told me, he's like, Jacob, just the next girl that comes up in your life, like just give her a chance, like just give it a chance. So I was like, okay, fine, I will give it a chance, even if I'm not that interested in her. And so with this girl at church, her name was Taylor. I gave it a chance with her, and it like I didn't make it not like I or she broke up with me like a month into it, and it didn't. Neither of us really wanted each other. You know, I could feel that, but she could feel it too. But we had fun. You know, we didn't have sex, which is good. Uh, but you know, we did all the other physical things. I mean, it's and at one point I think to myself like, what did people define as sex? It's like I feel like most people would say like penetration is sex, um, but you know, in some ways it's like I feel like the more you don't need to go to the physical stuff, and that you can just vibe with the girl and like be good with each other and also enjoy the physical side, but it's not like it's not what's making your relationship your relationship. Like that probably is great, you know. Um, anyways, in summary, like there's so much woe is me, like dread, like you're screwed if you're single, like ideas out there, and the people need to talk about how being single is good. I don't know how. It's probably kind of impossible, but it's like maybe it's where somebody like me should throw videos out on YouTube and let people know, hey, it's not so bad. I mean, but it is kind of bad, but it's also not. But it is, but it's not. But it is, but it's not. Kind of the same thing with being married, you know. And I think at the end of the day, either way, you need to just be content with your lot in life and trust God to like help you out. You know. I don't know. That's all I got. I just want to say it's okay to be single. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Bye.